Never dates a woman who dates criminals, thugs, and abusers.
Isn't it obvious?
What I find interesting is, it's not a common thing for a lot of men to date women who are in prison. In fact, the whole waiting for someone to come out of prison usually comes from women.
I need him.
I've never in my life known any man waiting for his chick to come out of prison.
Nope.
I've known men whose chicks have been locked up and they've left her straight away.
He left me.
Never have I seen a man in real life waiting for a chick. However, in reverse, I've known too many women who are waiting for a dude to come out of prison. Too many. Some waiting years. My point is, before we begin, never be a woman's first decent man, because she's going to torture the F out of you. Good luck. Be prepared.
This has got to be the best time in history to get a girlfriend, like easily. In the past couple of weeks, let me tell you a couple of things I've seen on the internet. Number one, we got Amaretta, a female rapper, like a pretty well-known female rapper, on here talking about how she is dating this man who is going to be in jail for like 20 more years.
What?
For like 20 more years.
20 more years. Now look, let's be honest. That does not mean she's going to be faithful to him for those 20 years. 20 years?
Bust that thing up.
Flipping hell. Women are amazing. 20 years. And talking of female rappers, obviously right now,
Now I know how Megan from Megan's Loft.
Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj are having a beef. Megan dropped Hiss with her Megan's Law line, which I'm like, oh damn, that's interesting. I learned something. I never knew that. And Nicki Minaj has been spiraling for the past, I don't know how many days, waffling on the internet.
This is drugs.
And talking of dating criminals, the Megan's Law line worked so well on Nicki Minaj because she's dating a man who, yeah, I'm sure everybody knows right now what her man did.
You're a monster.
Bit of a kiddie fiddler, isn't he? A kiddie fiddler. Okay, and look who Nicki Minaj is. Look who Nicki Minaj is. One of the most famous rappers to have ever lived, and look who she's dating.
They're married.
Yeah, let's carry on.
And she's holding him down. That's her man, and she gonna stick beside him. So
Of
clearly
course.
the girls are willing to do a whole bid for the man. Then we got the story of the young man and his girlfriend who was living with him in a storage unit. A storage unit, happily living with him in a storage unit.
That's her man, and she gonna stick beside her.
Now, the storage unit one is different from the point I'm making because it's just a couple that were trying to be resourceful and they were living in a container and they got caught.
Gotcha.
But we don't really know what sort of man he really was, so.
So clearly the girls are willing to be with you at your worst. We got Morgan and the random man from Atlanta. She's like his 5th baby mama. So obviously your past history doesn't matter. That's fine too.
And she gonna stick beside her.
And I get the point she's making. It's a point I've made before many times. A lot of women nowadays are easy.
Suck it.
A lot of men do struggle with women, but a lot of women nowadays are easy. A lot of women, the bar is really low. The point is, because it's so low, do not be the first man to lift it up for her.
Nope.
No, she put it that low. She's used to that low. She's used to thugs, criminals, and abusers.
No, I can fix it.
Leave the bar where it is. Never lift it up for her.
Please don't let me forget to mention the former queen of rap is married to a man with sexual assault charges.
Yeah, Nicki, yeah.
So again, your history, whether it's with women or people in general, just does not matter these days. That's just the examples that I can think of off the top of my head.
And I've made many, many more examples because it's a thing.
That's her man, and she gonna stick beside her.
Emotional intelligence. Who do women say it comes from the most? Them. Women are more emotionally intelligent than us as men. That's what they say.
Bullshit.
But my thing is, you cannot claim this level of intelligence and so many women are dating men who are locked up and waiting for said men who are locked up. And furthermore, a lot of these men are criminals. Not in there for a petty crime, in there for serious crimes.
Manslaughter.
Serious crimes, like Nicki's husband, serious crimes. But the beautiful thing about women, the beautiful thing about modern women with their emotional intelligence is, wait for it. Oh, I'm different. You don't understand him like I do. Oh, that's how he treated those women. He treats me better. Oh, he treats me better. That is one thing I love about the modern woman.
She's crazy.
Even though it's flipping stupid.
That's her man, and she gonna stick beside her.
This weird belief that this horrible man is going to treat her better for the first time ever. Treated every woman before like crap. Trash already, trash. But not you, he's going to treat like a goddess.
If he wanted to, he would.
Oh, I love that women think like that. It's beautiful.
Of all the things that I've witnessed women be willing to put up with. And that's just on the internet. That's not even to mention all the relationships that just don't make it to the internet or don't make
When I'm talking real life and the internet.
it to my For You page. So clearly, this time it's got to be one of the easiest times in history
It
to
is.
get a girlfriend. If you
It
got
is.
your ducks in a row.
And that's why, to a degree, dating certain women becomes unappealing, because it's like, it's just because so many women have dated so many trash dudes that they've lowered their quality as a woman.
Body count going up and my value going down.
They don't see that. They think what I've just said is bullshit and that's some weird man stuff
That's fucking ridiculous.
that men say, when the reality is a lot of men know what I've just said. A lot of men know it. They will never tell it to women that you're lowering your value by being with him, and me. Why would he tell a woman that? The reality is, we as men know, deep down, you lay down with trash, that's what you are.
Fuck you for being so good.
Why are you so good? Let me
Break you so you end up like me.
There's no escaping it.
She gonna stick beside her.
Oh, if you have a stable job, if you have your own house, if you have your own car, I genuinely can't find a reason for you to not be able to find anybody. I don't get it. Just be a generally pleasant human being to be around and show a modicum of respect. And you should be fine.
You see, me personally, my standards are too high.
These hoes need me, you hear me?
They're not unreasonable. I think they're normal, but any woman isn't good enough for me. Hence why I say you don't date a woman who's dated certain men before. Now, as a man, I know that lowers my dating pool exponentially because a lot of women date criminals, thugs, and abusers. A lot of women, a lot of them.
Why?
So the point is, because I understand I'm never going to follow those dudes, it shortened my pool of women even more. Do I care? No. Because there's no benefit I'll ever get from a woman who's used to those men that will make my life better. None. I would get none. That woman is a burden to me.
Should have no issues. Y'all keep getting on here talking about women's standards too high and they're asking for too much. Look around. Look around and tell me, where are these women that are asking for too much? Because I want to go over there with them. I'm not seeing it. All I'm seeing is girls settling for the bare minimum. So there should be no issue with y'all.
But the point you're missing is a lot of women deliberately turn down decent men because a decent man may be too good.
I want to be the better one.
Compared to a man that she has to put more effort into, she can feel like she's building something. She's making love. Not the act, but she's making love with him by growing love with him. This weird delusional thing women believe.
Always the man's fault.
So more than enough women will ignore a decent man to date a man lower than her so she can feel good.
Honestly, you should be able to make this work. It's too easy at this point.
Admittedly, it is. However, if you're a man of standards, yeah, you'd see there's not a lot of decent women to date. There's loads of them. Wifey material, please. Please. She's never been treated like that before, and she's had many boyfriends.
Stay away from men in prison. They are not dating material.
Do women need to be told this? Yes. Yes, women need to be told this.
They are not dating material.
Men can be warned not to be simps. Women have to be told, don't date men in prison. It should be obvious it's stupid. Not for women.
She gonna stick beside her.
Not for women.
Absolutely nothing to offer you. And most of the time, they've committed crimes that are so heinous that
Exactly.
you don't need to be a part of that, period.
Exactly.
Especially if you have kids. There's nothing...
Even more exactly. And women with kids that date convicts,
Yo, wicked.
I believe they're horrible people. I'm sorry, if you're a woman with kids and you date a man in prison,
You're not worth $300.
I'm sorry, you're trash. You're putting your kids in danger for what you want. You're a trash person. Not sorry, you're trash.
There's nothing there for you, right? Also, like, I hear a lot of women, you know, they've got their exception to the rules stories. And, oh, he's getting out and is working out, da-da-da-da-da. First of all, you don't know that woman. You don't know if she's lying. You don't know how true that is. You don't even know if it's a real relationship. And honestly, a lot of these guys get out of prison and they've been in survival mode for so long. They need you for shelter, for food, for transportation.
Exactly. And like I keep saying, a lot of women need a man lower than she is so she can feel good and special, wanted, needed. So of course, a man with nothing, she can feel like a queen.
Dusty.
And as soon as they get on their feet, if they ever get on their feet, they out of there. They're going to go get the woman that they truly want to be with, who does not remind them of being locked up, putting money on their books, and being at the most vulnerable point in their life, right? So also, you got to think about it. That's kind of selfish of you to think that you're going to have something with an inmate. That man has to get out, because there's no telling how long he's sentenced. He's got to get out. He's still probably going to be on papers. So your life is on pause while he pulls his life together. He's got to try to find work. if he can find work
Exactly.
or start a business.
These women waiting for these men to build them up. If this man leaves her, it's all her fault. It's all her fault. There's no sympathy here. You as a man, you never save these women. They know what they're doing. They will act naive. No, they know exactly what they're doing. Leave them.
All of those things take time. So while you have these dreams and fantasies in your head of, oh, we're going to get married and we're going to have babies and we're going to get a house and we're going to travel and we're going to do this. If that man has been locked up for a period of time, he's not coming out just to continue your fantasy.
Let's leave it there because what she says after is quite dark. So let's leave it there. The sad truth is, if you're the first man to ever see a woman and treat her like a human being, treat her above her bare minimum, she will do her best to put you down there. Have a nice day.
That's her man, and she gonna stick beside her.